Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Mustaqim bin Mak Zain, and my matric number is 240198, and I am from section 9 of Network Infrastructure Management, BIIT 2303. And today I'm going to review a paper titled Green Computing, Current Research Trend for Sustainability and Energy Efficient. So moving on to the first slide, which is the introduction. So first of all, I would like to acknowledge what's the reason of me choosing this paper. First of all, this paper discuss the green IT, sustainability, and energy efficient networking, which all are specifically mentioned in the course criteria as a permitted topic. Second, nowadays, the energy consumption and carbon emission have dramatically increased due to the fast expansion of ICT infrastructure, data centers, IoT, cloud, and AI. This paper also shows how networking and distributed computing technologies might lessen environmental effect and offer a true overview of current trend in green computing research. It is also aligned with the United Nations 2030 Sustainable Development Goal (SDG), such as affordable and clean energy, which is SDG 7, sustainable cities and community SDG 11, and climate action SDG 13. Next, we're going to talk about the summary, which is the research problem and the main contribution of this paper. In this paper, the main research problem is when the data centers, cloud computing, and IoT network in particular are example of modern ICT systems that use a lot of energy and significantly increase greenhouse gas emission. So today, it just not came from a car, from a factory. The greenhouse gas emission is also caused by the increase of the ICT infrastructure. Also, current computing infrastructure are frequently inefficient, energy-intensive, and centralized, particularly when it comes to data processing and cooling. Data centers require a lot of water to cool down their machines, so this is not a very sustainable practice. The last one is the integrated framework that merge decentralized networking models, renewable energy, and energy innovation are lacking in our field. So we come to the main contribution of the paper, which is it examines the most recent development in green computing research across a variety of fields, including cloud, AI, IoT, agriculture, transportation, and education. The paper also identifies important enabling technologies such as edge computing, fog virtualization, AI-driven optimization, and etc. So a brief explanation of fog. What is fog? So fog is an extended cloud capability to the network edge to bring compute storage and networking closer to where data is generated. So it enables faster real-time analysis, reduce latency, and offload the core cloud. Moving on to the last point of the main contribution in this paper. This paper suggests the usage of low-power gadget and renewable energy to provide a green for computing architecture for smart agriculture and illustrate how green computing help achieve sustainability, cost-effectiveness, and carbon reduction objective in our world. The next discussion is about technical approach, which we highlight the core technologies discussed and networking computing model in this paper. So there are 6 core energy discussed in this paper, which are energy efficient hardware, which the use of low power processor, server virtualization and workload consolidation, dynamic voltage and frequency scaling, AI-driven energy management and optimization, fog and edge computing to process data close to the source, and renewable energy integration like solar, wind, and water. Next, networking and computing model. Green cloud computing, scheduling based on renewable energy and carbon-aware virtual machine placement, green IoT, low power sensor network, energy harvesting, and energy efficient routing. Decentralized processing to lower latency and cloud energy consumption, known as green fog computing. For the last one, AI and machine learning, where intelligent resource allocation and predictive energy optimization is integrated. Now, we focus on the strengths and weaknesses. During my research on this paper, I found a few strengths of this paper, and there are also a few weaknesses that can be found in the paper. for the strength, we can see that the paper give a throughout and organized summary of the field on green computing. So this paper really focus on the green computing to create a sustainable world for us at the same time to increase the infrastructure of ICT. And it also established a clear connection between networking technologies, for example, cloud for IoT, and sustainable result. It also makes use of quantifiable finding from early research, present a workable for-based smart agriculture architecture, strong adherence to the SDG and global sustainability framework. And now, we look on the weaknesses. Instead of being an experimental or implementation heavy study, this report is survey focused. So this report is only do a survey to get the data. And performance rating are based on cited work, not from fresh experiment. As we stated earlier, it's just a survey focus. There are no new or fresh experiment conducted to get the data. Next, there has not been much thought on deployment difficulties in developing nation. And the last one is economic feasibility and scalability are not deeply analyzed in the paper. Okay, now we move on the suggested paper improvement enhancement. First one is incorporate the green for computing framework pilots, installation in the real world, conduct a cost-benefit analysis contrasting fault-based and traditional cloud solution, introduce a carbon-aware networking protocol into the framework, integrate common sustainability measures such as carbon intensity per task, and examine real-time AI-driven adaptive routing for green networking. Okay, now we're thinking like how this paper is related to the real world. Okay, as you can see in the slide, I have highlighted a few real-world relevance of this paper. The first one is data center, where usage of AI based off optimization can reduce energy and cooling expenses of our data centers. Second one, smart agriculture, where local for nodes lower carbon emission and reliance on the cloud. The third one, IoT network, energy efficient protocol allow device to last longer. And when the device lasts longer, we can see that we save a lot of energy there. And the fourth one, transportation system, emission of carbon can be decreased by data-driven route optimization. So we can optimize the data-driven route, so that the data can reach their location without taking longer time. And the last one is education institution, where we need to shape sustainable skill by promoting great IT in ICT curricula. So the conclusion of this paper is we can see that this paper successfully demonstrates the importance of green computing in sustainable ICT development. It also demonstrates how networking, cloud for artificial intelligence, and Internet of Things technologies can work together to reduce energy consumption and carbon emission. So, despite the implementation challenges like the budget, the cost saving, environmental compliance, and scalability, the adoption of degree IT is worthwhile, even though those challenges are kind of hard to overcome. In overall, we can see that it is obvious that this paper established a very, very clear, relevant, and well-structured foundation for us as the person who read the paper, who research on the paper, and who review the paper to understand green computing in a modern networking system. So, as you guys can see here, this is the references of the paper, which is from Gupta A.K. Mishra, A.P. Sharma, S. N. Bajraj, P. 2025, on the title Green Computing Current Research Trend for Sustainability and Energy Efficient Energy. So, my last word is we as a student of ICT, instead of just focus on the development, we also need to take note on taking care of our environment, which is by implementing sustainability skill in our daily project, in our daily life, so that we can create a green IT environment and create a better work for everyone. So I think that's all from me on this paper review. So thank you so much.